Have you ever wondered how blue orchids are made? Well, it's probably obvious that this blue orchid color is artificially created and not a result of mutation or hybridization. So what is the grower's trick to make them blue? Because orchid leaf and roots still look green, still look normal, and don't have any blue pigmentation present. So if, for example, the blue dye was to be absorbed through the substrate, we would see it inside the roots, but we don't. And we know that orchids are epyphites, and they absorb moisture directly from the air through a very unique velamen layer. And I suppose that it can be a very complicated and dangerous process in order to achieve these blue flowers through the aerial root system. I can tell you that it's done through the flower spikes, and it takes a lot of time because this part of the orchid grows and develops very slowly, up to 2 to 3 months from the starting point until the blooming period. Blue dye can be absorbed through the small cuts and wounds made for this purpose on orchid flower spikes, or it can be injected directly into the vascular system of the orchid flower spikes, which is a set of conductive tissues that allow for blue dye to be delivered directly to the developing flowers and buds. Because of this time and labor-consuming process, blue orchids are typically a lot more expensive, about 50% more expensive in comparison to natural colors. And as a florist, you have to use these orchids for many different orders and for many different designs. And I found that buying these blue orchids from growers, even for wholesale prices, is very expensive. And I start to make them myself. It is much easier than you may think if I use a simple, affordable brand of floral spray. Some people think that the chemicals in the spray may hurt the delicate orchid flowers. And while orchid flowers may look delicate, they aren't really that delicate. And I'm conducting this experiment to prove it to you. I can make a blue orchid within just a couple of minutes. I can use any different brand of floral spray to achieve different colors, different shades, and all of them are completely safe for orchids. I am using gloves and a respirator because isopropyl alcohol and acetone aren't really safe to breathe in, although not really toxic. But it is better to be safe and spray them either outside or in a place with really good ventilation. I am using potted orchids, one white and one with purple pigmentation. On the purple orchid, the spray works really well if I need a darker, deeper shade of blue. I can typically use these orchids for floral arrangements right away because the sprays dry really quickly and they don't smell or stain. But for you, I'm going to hold on to them for a period of time just to show you how safe this process is. There is only one con, and it's that the new flowers, when they open, they remain natural on the inside. But for cut flowers in these arrangements, that's not really important because they typically don't have a chance to open up anyway. And here you can see the same potted orchids just a few days later. And then again, a few days later. And then after even longer period of time. And as I told you, being sprayed, the orchid flowers, they don't fall off, they don't get brown, they don't dry up. Orchid flowers remain attractive and alive and just continue to bloom as they normally would. These floral sprays really are my time and my money savers, and I'm not trying to sell or advertise any sort of particular brands to you. You can use any sort of floral spray you like, and you will get the same result. Thank you so much for watching.